Welcome to our irrigation engineering subject code 1615505. We are going to see about the Bandra percolation tanks and the lift irrigation. And first one and premost one, which is the Bandra irrigation layout. I'm going to explain you about what is Bandra irrigation layout. Okay, fine. Let's get into our concept. Okay, the contents of this lecture are the what is a Bandra irrigation layout, what are its advantages and disadvantages, component parts, and then in the next PPT we are going to see about the percolation tanks and their necessity, design, and the lift irrigation scheme and irrigation department standard design and specifications too. Okay, let's get into our slides. Fine. Okay, the Bandra irrigation layout is nothing but in Hindi, you know what is Band. Like a Band construction, they will do for irrigate the lands which are present in the which is present across the reservoir. The reservoir where it is flowing through the lands which are nearby the agricultural land should be like irrigated so that this bunds will be constructed. So in English it is mentioned that it is Bandra. Okay, Bandra irrigation layout. Okay, this Bandra irrigation is a minor irrigation system which is suitable for irrigating isolated areas like up to 500 acres, hectares. I mean like hectares. It should be irrigated. The Bandra system is similar to a vein. In where, you know what is a weir? It is a portion of a dam where the water is allowed to water is flowing from the reservoir is being regulated and then move to different irrigative lands through this weir systems. Okay, it is going to move the water from the upstream side to the downstream side like with high pressure. Okay, this is the weirs this is the purpose of a weir. Similar to that, Bandra system also works, but this thing diverts. Actually the water level on the upstream side is diverted through the canal. Okay, like the waves, the height of the Bandra depends on the water level to be raised on the upstream side. Actually Bandra depends on the water level. This system is having a major disadvantage of this. I'm going to explain it in the upcoming slide. Next one is the it is constructed with brick masonry or stone masonry with RCC crest of width 1 meter to 2 meter. Actually, if you see the top portion, the width portion of the like the Bandra, it is constructed only by brick masonry or stone masonry. In the previous ages, they have constructed through wood. Okay, this Bandra was constructed through wood. If you see the ancient civilization times, they have constructed this Bandra in wood. But after the revolution or like the industrial revolution taken place, this Bandra irrigation layout was totally changed to brick masonry and stone masonry, and they have constructed with reinforced cement concrete with the width of 1 meter to 2 meters. Okay, the covering sluices, are nothing but the these are the sluice gates which are generally provided in order to capture the silt. Actually the reservoir, when it moves very fast, it also actually rubs the bed of the bed of the reservoir, and the water will completely take the silts to with it. Okay, this suspended solids actually settles in this scouring sluices so that the water will be allowed freely from this this covered portion. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, in this slide, I'm going to explain you about the advantages of the Bandra irrigation. Okay, first one is the water of all streams can be utilized for irrigation purpose by constructing this simple band. Okay, any place, like any portion of but the portion should be it should be perennial. We know what is perennial. The river flow should be continuous. Uh, not non-permeable river, only it comes only flows during the season, should be avoided. The land which is suitable with perennial rivers, the river should flow throughout the year, should be taken, and that place is an advantage place for the construction of band. Okay, the culturable area is generally close to the source. That means the cultivation area should be much close to the irrigating portion, so that there will be less possibility of loss of water, okay, through the bonds, okay. As there is no loss during transmission, the duty of water is high. Actually, this means that there will be no loss of water, minimum loss. That means not no loss of water, a minimum amount of loss will be there during this transmission period of water which is passing from the mountains, okay. This is an important point, kindly make note of this, okay. Fine. Okay, we have seen in the advantages of Bandra irrigation in the previous slide, and in this slide I am going to explain you about the disadvantages of Bandra irrigation. Actually, Bandra irrigation has a discharge capacity of like very low, which is compared to Weirs. Okay, Weirs are like greater structures than Bandra, but the discharge capacity will be more in Weirs when compared to this Bandra. Okay, this is due to the stream which is flowing through that particular place is supposed to have a low amount of water, then discharge capacity will be very low. If the Bandra irrigation is implemented in such streams, then people residing on the downstream portion will not get water. Okay, this means that the people who are very much near this Bandra irrigation will get more amount of water, and the water which is passing through that place and finally reaching a particular end at the people who are living at that end portion does not get more amount of water when compared to the people who are present on the upstream phase, okay. That is the place where the band is being located, okay. Then the supply of water mainly depends on rainfall, because this is an important factor. The continuity of water only depends on the rainfall, okay. Continuity of water flow depends only and purely on rainfalls, okay. And this band irrigation, as I mentioned, one of the disadvantage, the non-perennial perennial rivers. Suppose perennial rivers are present, then band will be a successful method. If it is constructed on a non-perennial river, means if only during the season time the water will be like continuously flowing through, and in the non-season times like in summer seasons, then water flow will not be there, or it will not meet the requirements which are met during the rainy times, okay. Okay, fine. Okay, actually, yeah, I have explained you about what is bond, their components, and the disadvantages and advantages of bonds. Okay, now we are going to learn about the location where the bandras has to be constructed. Okay, the place where water flow is throughout the year. What is that? Means that the perennial rivers that I have explained you in the previous slides too. The perennial rivers flow continuously throughout the year without any break. Actually, they will not stop even there is more summer, okay. There will be at least a minimum amount of water which is flowing through, okay. On that type of place we can construct the bonds, okay. Second point is like stable foundations, okay. The bonds should be located only on rock fill foundation. Rock fill means not I am saying like dam, okay. You have to place in a point where the foundation is much better than like a clay foundation, or like a silty foundation. You cannot construct over there. You can only construct like on the places which are under the influence of like rocks, okay. Then third point here is the bank of the stream should be a high and well defined. This means that your bank, the river bank should be like high and well defined, like embankment. The bank should be like an embankment, okay. You think about the embankment like the side walls of the embankment. The same way the bank should be there, so that the water flow will be like continuous, and it will flow continuously throughout the entire region, and it does not deflect or diffract from its moving direction, okay. You have to analyze that too, okay. Fine. Okay, these are the bandras which are being constructed in the Maharashtra. These are like constructed like very before, like 1966 or something that time. So these are like estimated to be like 90,000 rupees at that time, and now the rate will kind of increase since the increased material cost and increase labor cost. Like if you are going to construct a bandra, you may read these like articles where the bandra has been constructed. I have given you some examples so that you can analyze further if you are interested really in studying about bandra, because bandra is a very important and a very like easiest concept. It's more like easier than beers and like dams. Okay, you can easily study bandras. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the Bandra layout. Actually, you can see that the water flow is continuous throughout the entire portion. Okay, like I have drawn the red line. No, this is the water flow, and here you are constructing your bandras. Like these orange marks here represent the like covering sluices. Okay, these sluices are placed inside are the gates which prevent the silt which is flowing from the reservoir or like the stream, so that the free flow of water can be done and the silt completely deposits in this covering sluices. Okay, your water is going to flow through this portion, this main canal, like this canal portion, without any silt, and it is going to reach the irrigation portions. Like these are the irrigation portions, like this Fad, Sarang, Bara are like places. Okay, if you are a farmer of Sarang, you are going to receive the water to through this like passage, a small passage you can see. In a red mark I have marked what are these passages, and this green mark, you know, these are like a green mark that I have marked here is the irrigation lands. Okay, these irrigation lands are getting water only through this feature of Bandra. Okay, okay. Okay, this is one of the Bandra which is located live. This is like a live photo which is taken about the Bandra. You can see like the beds are completely surrounded by trees, like overgrowth of shrubs and trees around it. But you can see water flow is like smooth and without any diffraction or deflection. It continuously flows, and you can see the embankment portion is completely filled with trees so that you cannot see the side walls of the embankment portions, and you can see like these covering sluices at this point, like I have marked, you know, like in the red portion, red the red dots. These are these covering sluices through which the water passes, and where no silt is being there will be no silt at from that position, and the free flow of water will be there. Okay.